Good morning, my dear students. This is your engineering material subject and this is the chapter 4. After completing the chapter 1 and chapter 2, we should study about chapter 3. But before the chapter 3, we have to know that what is chapter 4 or what is the imperfection of crystal material, so that we should go for the chapter 3. So here the chapter 4 topic is imperfection of crystal material. In this topic, we are going to study about what is crystal material. First of all, what is crystal material? Next, what is imperfection and what does that mean? Types of crystal materials, types of imperfections, types of defects, many kinds of structure in the crystal material and our daily uses in crystal structure. So, here this is the first slide we are going to study about. So, students, first of all, we have to know about the crystalline and non-crystalline, such as these line diagrams are the crystalline structure and this diagram is the non-crystalline structure. So, the crystalline structure is what and the non-crystalline structure is what? This structure is made by the silicon atoms and the oxygen atoms by what is written this. So first of all, what is crystalline structure? So a crystalline structure is any structure of ions, molecules or atoms that are held together in an order, or it is a three-dimensional arrangement. Both are the three-dimensional arrangement, the crystalline as well as the non-crystalline. So crystalline structure is one of two types of structural ordering of atoms and the other being the amorphous structure. So what is the meaning of non-crystalline? The non-crystalline, it is a condensed matter of physics and material science. So a non-crystalline solid is a solid that lacks the long range order that is characteristics of a crystal. So the most basic difference between the crystalline and non-crystalline solid is that a long-range order in the distribution of atoms or molecules exists in the first case but not in the second. So it is all about the crystalline material and the non-crystalline material, and in this slide the both structure are there. The crystalline structure and another one the non-crystalline structure, and these structures are made by the silicon atoms and the oxygen atoms. So here we are going for the next slide. Here we have to know that what is crystal first of all. So atoms are arranged in a definite periodic pattern over a large atomic distance in crystalline solid. First is short range order and another one is long range order. So in simple definition, a small piece of a substance that has many sides and is formed when the substance turns into a solid, a clear haired mineral that is either colorless or very light in color and that is used in making jewelry. This is called the crystal. So what is the use of crystal? Crystal is the common term used in the electronics for the frequency determining component we are using in our daily life also, and a wafer of quartz crystal or ceramic with electrodes and connected to it, or a more accurate term for it is piezoelectric resonator, that is we have in our hospitals that also. Crystals are also used in other types of electronic circuits such as crystal filters. So it is typically found in metals, many ceramics and the few polymers also. It is basically found in three kind of materials, that is metals and ceramics, and the third one is the polymer. So here I am showing the crystal structure. Crystal is look like this. The basic crystal looks like this, and this is the shape and size. This has not a definite size or shape, and this has not a definite configuration also. So here it is the crystal structure. On the other hand, crystal is made of silica also. Silica means the sand or lead oxide and soda. It is both beautiful and strong. And crystal is a term used to describe any glassware that looks fancy or is used in the service or champagne, wine or spirits. So this is called the crystal, and this is also the crystal's uses. So why do we need crystals? So holding crystals or placing them on your body is thought to promote physical, emotional and spiritual healing. So here, why study crystal structure? So the properties of crystalline solids depend on how atoms are arranged. That your example, you are taking the example, that is one is graphite and diamond. You also saw the graphite also, and also saw the diamond. So graphite is soft and dark, but diamond is hard and colorless. So both made from carbon, but the way carbons are arranged in the crystal structure is totally different. So in a graphite, carbon sheets are loosely bonded, while in diamond, carbon sheets are tightly bonded in cubic crystal structure. So I am going to show you another structural, that is crystal structural structure of the graphite and the diamond. So first of all, what is crystal? So it is the definition of crystal. Whenever atoms arrange themselves in an orderly repetitive three-dimensional pattern, crystal is formed. It is a solid which consists of atoms arranged in a pattern in three dimensions. A perfect crystal is constructed by the infinite regular repetitions in space of identical structural units or building blocks. So the symmetry is an important characteristic of most of the crystals. Like a cube and octahedrons are simple form of the crystal. All metals are crystalline, where atoms are arranged in a definite periodic order. That is called the basic structure or the basic definition of the crystal. So, the other hand, crystal structure have the unit cell also. So, crystal structure is described in terms of the geometry of arrangement of particles in the unit cell. The unit cell is defined as the smallest repeating unit having the full symmetry of the crystal structure. In crystallography, crystal structure is a description of the ordered arrangement of atoms, ions or molecules in a crystalline material, not the non-crystalline material. So, here it is coming that what is crystal lattice. So first of all, what is crystal lattice? So we have studied about this crystal lattice in our chemistry chapter also. So in chemistry, or according to our chemistry, crystals are a type of solid material composed of atoms or groups of atoms that are arranged in a three-dimensional pattern that is very ordered. In a crystal, the groups of atoms are repetitive at evenly spaced intervals. Or a lattice is an ordered array of points describing the arrangement of particles that form a crystal. So the unit cell, we have studied about unit cell. What is unit cell? The small part. The unit cell of a crystal is defined by the lattice point. So the unit cell is the smallest part, we know that, of a part crystal that repeated regularly through translation in three dimension creates the whole crystal. Example, in your cubic structure, in your cubic structure we are